Welcome to my ePortfolio. My name is Greg Campbell and I created this ePortfolio as my capstone project for my UBC's Masters of Educational Technology program. The purpose of this ePortfolio is to allow me to reflect on my learning and educational journey that has taken place in the last 2 years. Additionally, this ePortfolio will meet the requirements of the British Columbia Teachers Qualification Service, which will allow me to advance to a Category 6 level teacher. I decided to organize and design my ePortfolio based on the metaphor of surfing a wave. A wave, like a classroom, is always in motion, and like technology, is constantly changing. Additionally, waves can be extremely powerful, just like a teacher who connects with their students and engages them in learning. With this metaphor in mind, I structured my pages based on surfing terms. I have the term paddling out, point break, surf shop, next session, and surf cafe. As I will explain, I have included artifacts and reflections on each of these pages that relate to my MET journey, my learning, my current practice, and my future plans. The first page I will detail is the paddling out page. One simply clicks on it and it will take you to the next page. Paddling out to the surf break is where the journey begins. This page explains where my journey into teaching and the MET program began. On this page, I've included 3 artifacts. As you will see on the right-hand side of the page is where the artifacts are located. One, simply can scroll up and down to view them, and to open them up, you simply click on them and they'll open in another window. So the first artifact I included was a research proposal and literature review I wrote for eTech 500 titled Creating a Hybrid Learning Environment. To demonstrate how it opens, I will simply click on it and you will see that it opens in another window, and all my artifacts are either loaded, if they're documents, as PDFs, or if they are videos, they'll be loaded into YouTube. So as the PDF loads here, you can scroll through if you would like to see what the research proposal is all about. And once you've finished having a look, you simply close the window and it will take you back to my ePortfolio. The second artifact I've included here is a digital story I created for eTech 565 using Prezi. This digital story here outlines my journey from high school, university, work, MET, and my current employment. And again, just to demonstrate, I'll click on this and it will show you that this is going to open up and it will load as a Prezi here. And one could simply, once it's loaded, you'll have the opportunity to view it. And just for time's sake, I think I will close this because it's taken a while to load, but I think that shows you sort of the process for opening it up. So again, I'll simply click on the X and it will go back to my ePortfolio. The third artifact I include on this page is a concept map, a mind map, which I created for eTech 530 based on constructivism. This concept has had the largest impact on my teaching practice and philosophy and has set the stage for me to provide a much more engaging environment for my business education students. Before I go on to the next page here, I'll just mention that down below here I talk about my philosophy of education and provide just a short reflection on how some of the concepts and theories that we've gone over have impacted my philosophy. The next page I will detail is called Point Break. For many surfers, a point break is a wave which is created by a wave hitting a point of land, is the ultimate ride. The first time you surf a point break, time seems to stand still. It's if a whole new dimension of the sport opens up. I had this same revelation during my MET studies, where I was introduced to concepts of constructivism, educational technologies, and blended learning environments. As a business education teacher, one of my major goals is to teach my students skills and introduce them to concepts that they can use in the classroom and also in the business world. I discuss the power of constructivism on this page and detail why I think it's so important. And I included 2 artifacts. The first artifact I include is a paper I wrote for ETech 530 titled Creating a Blended Learning Environment in Business Education Based on Constructivism. The second artifact I include here is a marketing mix assignment. So the marketing mix is based on the 4 P's, which are the product, the price, the place, and the promotion. And this is a blended learning environment assignment where one could teach it in a computer lab. Groups have the opportunity to log on to a blog and read through a case-based assignment based on the marketing mix. What I will say is that creating this assignment has been really inspirational to me, and it has allowed me to put some additional thought into creating more of these types of assignments for my other classes, and this is something that I'm currently in the process of doing. The next page I'll explain is called the Surf Shop. The Surf Shop is where one goes to learn about the latest equipment, gear, and technology. The MET program in many ways can be related to a surf shop, as students in the program learn about many of the latest educational technologies and theories. So on this page I really detail 4 artifacts that I think relate to this concept. The first is a Planning 10 syllabus critique based on my learnings from ETech 512, Application of Learning Theories to Instruction, and this is where I was really introduced to many of the theories. The second artifact I include here is a short paper that I wrote for ETech 511, Foundations of Educational Technology, titled Are Smartphones a Positive Addition or a Detriment to the Classroom Environment? This is one of the earlier courses that I took part in, and it was really interesting to do some research around this area of incorporating things like smartphones into a classroom. The third artifact I include here is a Movie Maker assignment I created for ETech 531 titled The Impact of the Internet on Intellectual Property and Copyrights, and I think this assignment here is really relevant. I've actually started to show my students in my business courses this short little movie I put together as an introduction. Copyright, intellectual property is something that I feel many of our students need a little bit more re-emphasis about nowadays due to the ease of finding material online with a few clicks. And finally on this page here I included a learning management system online course I created using Moodle, and this was for ETech 565, Learning Technology Selection, Design, and Application. I've included down below the username and password, and so if one wants to view this, please just click on it, load it, and you'll have to log in using the information here as well. One additional thing I included just on the bottom of the page here is the selection sections model based on Bates and Pools. I use this to help me choose to use Moodle to create my online course, and I found it very, very useful. This sections model is something I've used now a number of times when looking at different technologies to use in my classroom for teaching. The next page is titled The Next Session. And in surfing, the next session refers to the next time you will be going out surfing. As my MET journey comes to an end, I am extremely excited about this educational milestone I will have achieved in earning my master's degree. Thinking back to my career and personal planning class at 18 years of age, there's no way I would have guessed I would have embarked on such a rewarding educational journey in higher education. On this page, I've included a couple different artifacts. The first one here is a paper I wrote for ETech 521, Indigeneity, Technology and Education, titled Using Technology and Online Learning to Increase Post-Secondary Education Levels and Employment Opportunities for Adults in Remote First Nations Communities. This concept of remote online education is something I'm extremely interested in, and an area that I'm really seriously considering continuing my research and education in. I'm considering at this time maybe possibly looking to do a PhD, and some of my future research would be into the benefits of online education for increasing employment opportunities in remote communities in Canada. The final page I've detailed in my ePortfolio is titled The Surf Cafe. And as I explain on this page, after a cold day surfing on the west coast of Vancouver Island, there's nothing like taking off your wetsuit and heading into town to sit down with friends and enjoy a hot beverage and share stories about the day. As I'm always looking to improve my surfing, I like to hear feedback, comments about new techniques, and critiques from my friends. During my Met journey, I found that the discussion forums that we had set up for each course were extremely useful and allowed me to connect with my peers, discuss topics, and further my learning of subject matter. I found this process to be so valuable, I decided to set up an informal collaboration group with my fellow business education teachers to discuss practices, lessons, teaching strategies, methods, and educational technologies. This collaboration group has been so successful that I am thinking about creating some form of an online learning community using either a wiki, blog, or website format to allow business education teachers from various districts and schools to meet online and grow as educational communities. Additionally, on this page, you will find an assessments rubric that I put together for viewers to analyze and evaluate my ePortfolio. This is loaded as a PDF if you would like, so you can simply click on it. It will open up as a PDF. The online collaboration space is what I talked about earlier, and I've just got a little note to it here. I'm hoping that it will be coming summer of 2014, so in the new year here, this is really what my extracurricular time will be spent towards, is developing this online space. Furthermore, I've included my name and my email address if anyone's interested in maybe discussing this opportunity or looking to collaborate on this type of online learning environment. Please feel free to send me an email, and I would really enjoy discussing that with you, and maybe we could collaborate together. Finally, on this page here, you'll see that I've included my references down at the bottom here that I've used in my ePortfolio. So I thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email. Cheers.